Look at that. I mean, screamer. And there we go, there's Sonny again involved. Sonny and Kane, the same two, and bang. Great finish. 안녕하세요. 저는 남아공 영국 헌혈가이라고 합니다. 반갑습니다. Yeah, so I was actually born in South Africa, but my parents are British and my grandfather's from Liverpool. I was born in Liverpool, so my whole family's Liverpool fan. So from birth, yeah, been supporting Liverpool my whole life, and I had to wait a long time, 30 years before we won the Premier League. This is obviously the newest one, LFC, and with our new signing, Thiago. So, yeah, Thiago. But I also watch a lot of other games, and actually I have a lot of friends from North London that are big Tottenham fans. I also have some Arsenal fans as well, my friends that are Arsenal fans. And one of my very good family friends is a huge Tottenham fan, so we're always talking about the Tottenham game. Of course, Sonny, yeah, I'm not just saying this because he's Korean, and I know we're in Korea, but I've rated him so highly for a long time, like even from his Germany days, you know, like I actually really wanted Liverpool to sign him because he's perfect for us. He can play on the left, on the right. He's good in the middle. He can play behind as like a 10. I love watching him. I love his attitude. I don't think anyone can dislike Son. Like in all his interviews, he comes across really well. He's very down to earth, modest. He's great with the fans. You know, everyone says if they see him on the streets, you know, in London, he's always great. He has time for the fans. Yeah, he's just works so hard on the pitch, so like all the Tottenham fans obviously love him. You know, he's awesome. I got nothing negative to say about Sonny. There we go. I mean, look at that ball from Kane. It's just class. Sonny, bang, too easy. Yeah? Amazing. Yeah? He's just so good. He makes it look so easy. I mean, as he gets the ball, you know what he's going to do, and I think the defender also knows what he's going to do. But I mean, I think the defender's got to try make him go on his left foot there. But he's so quick, Sonny, and he just cuts in and bang, too easy. But also, it's amazing, Kane, you see how he had dropped back there? How Kane had dropped back. So this season he's been amazing. Like he'll play up front as like a classic 9, but he'll also be in the midfield or as like a 10 and just setting up, you know. He has the most assists this season, so yeah, awesome goal. Yeah, wow. And there we go, there's Sonny again involved, Sonny and Kane, the same two, and bang! Great finish. I think that was a double nutmeg, eh? Son and Kane again, I mean, Tottenham without those two are just nothing. Eh? I mean, yeah, I think double nutmeg. Great finish. Reguilon, yeah, great header. Great goal, eh? Just too easy. And this was all in the first 15 minutes, right? Son, Reguilon, Kane. I think Reguilon's a great signing from Madrid. I think he's going to be awesome for Spurs, yeah. Kind of like Robertson, he really gets forward and great attacking player, works hard, up and down on the left side. He's great, yeah. Normal free kick, that's shocking defense. So someone's got to pick him up. I mean, it's a great header, and then here we go, Sanchez. Oh, what are you doing, son? Oh my gosh. Shame, man. It's tough when you defend I mean, do you go or not? I mean, Sanchez is pretty good, but here we go. I mean, and that free kick wasn't even a free kick. Look at that. I mean, screamer. Absolute screamer. I know it's not good for Spurs, but that is an absolute worldie. What a hit, son. I mean, if you watch that at the end, I mean, to be honest, I've never been a fan of Harry Winks at all. I don't understand, like, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but what does he do? He's just such an average player. I think if Spurs want to become a regular top 4 team and win leagues, win Champions Leagues, you know, win big titles, you can't have a guy like that coming on. In my opinion, I mean, some Tottenham fans say he works hard, but he has no quality for me on the ball. And if you watch that again, there's 20 seconds left, right? 20 seconds left, and it comes to him, just put your foot through the ball, get it out of there. And he just has a little touch and it goes straight to Lanzini, and the rest is history. I mean, incredible strike, but so unlucky for Spurs. I mean, so yeah, most of my Tottenham friends they've seen it before, you know, like Tottenham, often the biggest question mark is their mentality. They'll sometimes be up in big games and then they'll just like fall apart, you know. And if you're going to beat United 6-1, which was awesome, by the way, because I'm not a United fan at all. But if you're going to beat United 6-1, but then drop points, you know, like Newcastle at the end was so unlucky, right? And this one, it's just, it's just throwing points away. So yeah, my Tottenham friends are all extremely disappointed, but they said they kind of expected it. When it went 3-2, they were thinking, oh no, it's gonna end 3-3 again, you know. So yeah, and then I watch a lot of the YouTube fan channels and yeah, the Tottenham expressions. If you guys don't know expressions, make sure you follow him. He's hilarious, Tottenham fan, and yeah, he's just destroyed. Yeah.
Again, if you just raise your hands.
I mean, he looks pretty calm. Normally after this, you think he'd be like really upset.
Hello, Jose. Just how frustrating was that today? Because your first half performance was so good, you just can't have seen it coming.
I think you can imagine how frustrated I am, how frustrated the players are. That's football. Unfortunately, it's football for us in a negative way and in a positive way for them, but that's football.
You see, like, I mean, normally Mourinho would be really fuming, but I think you can see he's much calmer these days. But as a neutral fan, it's awesome having him in the Premier League. You know, he's with Chelsea, what he did was awesome, and United, obviously, it wasn't as good. But I actually think he did well with the United squad he had, with the players he had. When he said he finished second was his best achievement ever with them, I think he's actually right. You can see now they're not as good as you think. But yeah, I think he's much calmer these days, and what he's saying already is that's football. I think today you cannot blame Mourinho. The players have to take responsibility, and football, that last goal, is just a freak thing, you know? Yeah.
They had incredible belief, and probably they scored the first goal. They didn't have that belief anymore because the game at that moment was that. Wings on the pitch, the team gained again that stability that we had. We were very comfortable, we were very much in control.
First of all, I think a lot of Tottenham fans, it's easy to just, you know, jump on the bandwagon and say, oh, Mourinho shouldn't take Son off, and, you know, why did he take Son off? We're winning 3-0, keep him on. But I think you cannot blame Mourinho. It's a long season. With Corona, everything's jam-packed. Tottenham are playing in Europa League on Thursday. 3-0 up against West Ham at home. Come on, for Tottenham, they really shouldn't lose, even if they put their whole substitute bench on, you know. So I think it's unfair to blame Mourinho, but I think it does show that Son really is a vital player for Tottenham. And with Kane, I'd say without those two, Tottenham are just, you know, they're not Tottenham. I think it's a tough one. If I was Mourinho, I would have taken Sonny off as well and keep him fresh for the season. 3-0 up with 10 minutes to go, you have to think that the game's over. But Son and Kane will take turns slapping every Spurs defenders, and they can't say a thing about it. Yeah, I agree 100% with that, because, I mean, Son and Kane are world class. I even think Son is I think he's even underrated. I've said for a long time, I think he's one of the best players in the world. And I think because they play for Tottenham, and they're not, I mean, Tottenham's a big club, but they're not a Liverpool, a Man United, a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, right? And you look at the numbers this season already. I mean, Son is leading goal scorer, okay, joint with Calvert-Lewin, and Kane's had the most assists by like 3. He's had 7 assists already. So, I mean, up front, you cannot say anything negative. They've been amazing. And to score all those goals and those assists, and then, you know, not be sort of right at the top of the table because of some really bad defensive errors, I agree. If I was them, I'd have a word with my defenders, for sure. Yeah. Son is what Mane is to Liverpool. Remove them, you struggle to win. Yep, I agree. Like, as a Liverpool fan, I don't think, I mean, Mane is awesome, but I think I'd actually say Virgil and Alisson are even more important, because we have so many good attacking players, but obviously Mane and Salah are amazing. I agree, because another underrated thing about Son, a lot of people see all his goals and his, you know, his great finishes and his assists, but he's really good at tracking back. So he's running up and down all the time and defending and putting in the work, which a lot of top world-class players don't do. You see someone like James Rodriguez just signed for Everton. He's quality on the ball, but lazy getting back, you know. A lot of the world-class players up front, they think they're almost above. So yeah, I think Sonny, and when he goes off, there's just much less pressure on West Ham. And so they feel a lot more freedom to play. So I agree. I think Son and Kane are both extremely important, but I think Sonny's defensive work is even more than Kane. So I can see why I'd say Son is everything to Tottenham, for sure. Okay, another one. How many times we saw Spurs got smashed after Son went off? Obviously, Son influences the team in defense, not only in attacks. Yep. Again, I agree. That's what I said. Sonny is awesome how he tracks back and always, if he loses the ball, he's running back. He's trying to help in defense. He's got a great energy. He's full of energy. He's really fit. He can run all day. But again, I think you cannot blame. You cannot say. So basically, what they're saying is Son must play every single match, all 90 minutes. Because if you take him off, then that's going to happen. I mean, this was a freak thing. You 3-0 up, West Ham at home. You should not be conceding 3 goals. So it's easy. It's always easy to say it in hindsight afterwards, right? Like, why you take him off? I mean, he's right. Son does have a massive influence in defense and attack, and I understand. I mean, football fans get emotional, me too, and I understand that Tottenham fans are very upset with what happened, but I don't think you can blame Mourinho for taking Sonny off. Okay, guys, so today I talked about Tottenham's last game against West Ham. Unfortunately, ended 3-0 when Tottenham were 3-0 up, so it was a pretty disappointing result for Tottenham, but that's football. Then we looked at some of Mourinho's interview and some of the fans' reactions. So I hope you enjoyed the video from a Liverpool fans' perspective. And like, comment, subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video. Thank you. See ya.